Hey, what's going on YouTube? Splice Citrus here, back with another Genshin Impact video, and today we're going to be taking a look at a new unit, Kokomi here. She is a support character, Hydro, mostly just does healing, a little bit shy on the damage end, but we're not going to talk too much about overall ability just yet. We're going to talk about that more during the gameplay portion. First, let's just take a look at the raw stats here. So of course she's got her best in slot weapon from the weapon banner going on right now, the Everlasting Moon Glow. Has base attack and HP percent baked right in. Then we've got healing bonus increased by 10%, normal attack damage increased by 1% of the max HP of the character equipping this weapon. For 12 seconds after using an elemental burst, normal attacks that hit opponents will restore 0.6 energy. Energy can be restored this way once every 0.1 seconds. So for her test run, Mihoyo has outfitted her with the 4-piece Heart of the Depth Hydro set here. Let's take a look at the talents first. So of course we have just our basic attack. Her attack chain consists of 3 attacks, dealing Hydro damage. Charge attack, of course, consumes stamina and deals AoE Hydro damage, and then plunging attack, you know the drill. Here we've got our skill attributes. So let's take a look at her elemental skill. Summons a Bake Karage created from water that can heal her allies. Using this skill will apply the wet status to Kokomi, which honestly is most of the time a detriment. It's not usually very useful. About the only time it's useful is when you are doing a domain with a negative ley line effect that afflicts your party or your active character with something like Pyro that deals Pyro damage over time, like the talent domain over in Liwa. This could help get rid of that status, but other than that, most of the time it's a pain in the butt. You're going to constantly get frozen. So anyway, let's keep going. Deals Hydro damage to surrounding opponents and heal nearby active characters at fixed intervals. This healing is based on Kokomi's max HP. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats here. So it lasts 12 seconds, cooldown of 20 seconds, so you're definitely not going to have full uptime on this. Regeneration is 7% max HP plus 795. This is, of course, at rank 8. Ripple damage, and then so on. Let's go to the elemental burst here. So the Might of Watasumi descends, dealing Hydro damage to surrounding opponents before robing Kokomi in a ceremonial garment made from the flowing waters of Sangonomiya. Kokomi's normal attack, charge attack, and Bake Karage damage are increased based on her max HP. When her normal and charge attacks hit opponents, Kokomi will restore HP for all nearby party members, and the amount restored is based on her max HP. Increases Kokomi's resistance to interruption and allows her to move on the water's surface. These effects will be cleared once Kokomi leaves the field. So if you pop the ult and you swap her out for somebody else, accidentally or intentionally, and you try to bring her back to get some heals in, you're probably going to have a bad time. It's not going to stay active. As soon as she leaves the field, those bonuses are gone. So make sure you're only popping that burst when you are planning on keeping her on the field here. So skill attributes, skill damage is 16.7% max HP. Normal attack damage bonus 7.7% of max HP. Charge attack 10.8 of max HP. Bake Karage damage 11.4% of max HP. HP regeneration per hit is 1.29 of max HP plus 144. Last 10 seconds, cooldown of 18 seconds, and an energy cost of 70. So let's take a look at the passive talent here. If Kokomi's own Bake Karage are on the field when she uses her elemental burst, the Bake Karage's duration will be refreshed. Song of Pearls. While donning the ceremonial garment created by the elemental burst, the normal and charged attack damage bonus Kokomi gains based on her max HP will receive a further increase based on 15% of her healing bonus. Up next, we've got the Princess of Watatsumi. just decreases your swimming stamina consumption for your party by 20%, so just like Beto. And then lastly, we have Flawless Strategy. Kokomi has a 25% healing bonus baked right into her, but has a 100% decrease in crit rate. So, Constellation. C1. While donning the ceremonial garment created by Kokomi's burst, the final normal attack in Kokomi's combo will unleash a swimming fish to deal 30% of her max HP as hydro damage. This damage is not considered normal attack damage. C2, Kokomi gains the following healing bonuses with regard to characters with 50% or less HP via the following methods. Karage's Oath, Bake Karage 4.5% of Kokomi's max HP. Nereid's Ascension, normal and charge attacks 0.6% of Kokomi's max HP. C3, of course, increases the burst level by 3 levels. C4, we've got while donning the ceremonial garment created by Nereid's Ascension, Kokomi's normal attack speed is increased by 10%, and normal attacks that hit opponents will restore 0.8 energy for her. This effect can occur once every 0.2 seconds. C5 increases the elemental skill by 3 points, and then C6, while donning the ceremonial garment created by Nereid's Ascension, Kokomi gains a 40% hydro damage bonus for 4 seconds when her normal and charge attacks heal or would heal any party member with 80% or more HP. So after testing Kokomi for a few runs, I feel like she's not as bad as the unit as everyone thinks she is. No, she's not some broken ultra DPS unit like Ganyu, Hu Tao, or Eula, and with shield characters, who needs heals, right? But if Mihoyo continues to provide challenges like this cycle of the Abyss in which shields are ineffective, healers may find more of a staple in gameplay. Her elemental skill only heals the party member currently on the field, which is kind of a bummer, but when using her burst, her auto attacks will heal the whole party. While her damage isn't great, it's still decent. Plus, the wet status that her elemental skill applies periodically can really make vaporized builds shine if you have some pyro units in the party, or keep units frozen when paired with cryo party members. I think healers still have a place in this game. I think the gameplay is more challenging while using a healer support instead of a shield support, because it forces you to dodge incoming attacks instead of ignore them, which in turn should make you a better Genshin player. But that's my 2 cents on Kokomi. Let me know what your opinions are down in the comments below. If you've been paying attention to the financial trends all over social media, you'll notice that Kokomi has had the absolute lowest 2-day banner revenue of any character thus far. So, obviously the majority thinks that she is a pretty lackluster unit. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you for the next one.